Hello everyone, my name is Ardini Haifa. My matrix number is AS13991. I'm from Group 9. My lecturer's name is Associate Professor Dr.Marina Mohd, Top Elias Mohd. And today in biology class, I would like to talk about subphylum vertebrata.
Subphylum vertebrata divided into 6 classification, which is Chondrichthyes, Osteichthyes, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. But today I will only talk about 3 classification, which is Chondrichthyes, Osteichthyes, and Amphibia. First of all, we are going to talk about the Chondrichthyes. It is a cartilaginous fish which includes shark, skates, and rays. It has cartilage skeleton, which is a connective tissue forming the skeleton of mammalian embryos. Next, Chondrichthyes lack of swim bladder. It is for buoyant in water, therefore, they are constantly swimming to prevent from sinking to the bottom of the ocean. Each Chondrichthyes consists of a lateral line system which detects differences in water pressure. Lastly, these fish lack of operculum, which are the gill cover which can be found on bony fish.
As you can see here, this is an example of stingray swimming. It is a type of Chondrichthyes fishes that lack swim bladder for buoyancy in water. That is why they are constantly swimming to avoid sinking to the bottom of the ocean.
Second classification of subphylum vertebrata we are going to discuss today is the Osteichthyes. Osteichthyes is popularly referred to as the bony fish. It's a diverse taxonomy group of fish that have skeletons primarily composed of bone tissue. As you can see here, clownfish is one of the examples of class Osteichthyes. But don't get confused with Chondrichthyes. It still can be contrasted with the Chondrichthyes. Chondrichthyes have skeletons primarily composed of cartilage. I hope this is helpful. Now let's look more in depth of the class Osteichthyes. Class Osteichthyes are all the common fish and eels found in both salt and fresh water. Second of all, they exchange oxygen gas via gills which are covered by an operculum. However, a few species have actual lungs. Third of all, their swim bladder is an air sac used to control buoyancy. Thus, unlike the sharks, bony fish can hold still at any depth and not sink. The question is a seahorse an Osteichthyes? Well, it is. Due to their unique anatomical shape and lack of scales, many people may not consider seahorses as fish at first, but they are indeed. Possessing swim bladders to remain buoyant in the water and utilizing gills to breathe, these fish also thrive in a strong suit of sturdy armor like plates. Lastly, the classification of subphylum vertebrata that we're going to discuss today is class Amphibia. These animals are commonly found in forests, woodlots, meadows, spring, streams, river, and etc. Amphibians include the newts, salamanders, frogs, toads, and caecilians. Amphibians are tetrapods, which is they are able to move on land because they have 4 limbs. Second of all, their skin is thin, soft, moist, and lacks scales, except in caecilians. Third, amphibians are ectothermic, which is cold-blooded animals. Fourth, at first, they use gills on their larval stage, and when they get much older, it replaced by lungs. Next, amphibians have 3-chambered heart, with 2 atria and 1 ventricle. Lastly, most amphibians undergo complex metamorphosis. What is metamorphosis? Metamorphosis marks the beginning of the end of a larval life. Metamorphosis is another word for the changes an animal makes during its life cycle. During a frog's metamorphosis, an egg will hatch into a tadpole, which will then develop back leg first, then front legs, and become a full-grown adult frog. Overall, the characteristics of subphylum vertebrata must possess the 5 chordate characteristics. Next, they must have a distinctive feature of skeletal elements such as bones and cartilage in the cranium. On top of that, the embryonic notochord is replaced by vertebral column composed of individual vertebrae. These vertebrates also have a high degree of civilization and complex sense organs are concentrated in the head. Lastly, most vertebrates have an advanced closed secretory system.